Oh my God. That strategy to use like checklists just like doesn't work. Actually, there are many kinds of checklists, which could be why one particular one hasn't really worked for your brain. Wait, what do you mean? Let me show you how. What are the different types of checklists? You might be asking yourself. Well, we're going to break down those 4 checklists. The first type of checklist that most people are really used to seeing are action steps, okay? Like first do this, then do this, then do this. These type of checklists are great for making sure you do things in a sequential manner. You brush your teeth, then you get dressed, you put on deodorant, you do all of those steps in that order. It's great and it is super helpful when you are trying to create like a plan for yourself. Another type of checklist is where we break down a big picture topic and then we list all of the smaller steps to get to that big idea. You see this a lot in business, but it can easily be translated into your home. To do that, you pick a big topic. And because, I'm the organized mama, we're going to talk about organizing. So for organizing, we are going to focus on office because guess what? That's where I am. And that's the first thing that came into my head. So organizing office is our big picture topic. Now, to do this, we break down organizing office because organizing office is a really ridiculously large and vague concept, especially for our brains. So what that means is we list every single smaller piece of the big picture. So in my office, I'm going to list off all of the areas that we are going to declutter. Area 1, desk drawers. Area 2, desktop. Area 3, I have a tray on my desk. That is its own separate category. 4, the kids' workspace. 5, kids' desk drawers. 6, I have a cart. All of those categories would be broken down into smaller steps so that we can get the goal of organized office together. A third type of checklist is habit tracking. And this one really doesn't always get grouped with checklists. I don't totally know why. Because it is. It's a type of checklist. Duh. Just keeping track of how frequently you do tasks. For me, I have habit tracking on my phone. I have an app where I track specific habits that I want to keep up with. It's a checklist. That's basically what you're doing is keeping track of that. And then the fourth type of checklist is more of the routine checklist. So this is like every week we need to do all these steps. And those are the type of checklists that are included in my ADHD family planner. I use these every single day and every single week. These checklists are like so important to just the functioning of the house. Sometimes it's like one night I'll be like, oh yeah, I did X, Y, and Z. And I won't always check them off as I do them. I will check them off at the end of the night. But because it's there, it is like the reminder that, oh, I need to give the dog a bath this week. Oh, I need to clean out the refrigerator before garbage night. I need to wash sheets. I need to go to the grocery store. All of those little tasks that we all do, but adding them to a routine checklist just helps significantly because if somebody says, well, what can I do to help? You now can just direct them to a specific area. Using different types of checklists for different type of situations is going to help you stay focused on different tasks because checklists aren't a one-time thing. They are use them in a variety of different ways. If you liked this video, you will love this next video. Make sure to check that out.